Alright, hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Kevin Plays LOTRO. Today we're continuing on with chapter 12 of the Songs of Wind and Waves, and the takes place in the Legacy of Morgoth expansion. And basically we are... Let me see. Basically, in this part, we just have to meet up with our traveling company on the road into Urash Dar, okay, which is right here. Before, let's see. Last video, we killed some cultists and whatnot in Kur Anzar to basically. To show the people of Urmok that Gondor is not all bad, I guess. Something like that. There was a little debate on, let's see, whether... I'm not even going to go into it. So, just watch the last video. So, basically, we're here. We're tracking those two bad guys, and I forgot their names, and we're going to keep going. So... if you happen to like the video, feel free to hit that like, subscribe, bell notification. If you're already a subscriber, I thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And let's go. Where we have to? We have to go up here. We are over here. There's no horsey in between. Unless I want to go here, but then, might be the same distance. We'll just travel along the road. Hit your left. Uh-oh. Flies! Another group of flies. And a jackal. Ooh. That was, skirmisher? Okay. He won't be able to catch up with us. Right. There's the nighttime sky. Wonder what's up there in those mountains. Oh, that looks friendly. Cool. Oh, that's the Bridge of Princes. Nice. And that goes into a mountain? Alright. Cool. They should be coming up. There they are. Yeah, Belander sees you approach and calls out a greeting.
It is good to see you again. I trust your journey with Sigalith the Elf went well.
Our own search has proved fruitful, for we encountered a Shagani scout who reported seeing Azagoth travel alone into Urash-Dar, the Furrow lands to the north. We questioned the scout at some length, and he was quite certain that Azagoth traveled alone. Where Nakaski has gone, no one seems to know. What did you discover on your own journey after you parted with us at Galburu Floricita? Yes, so these are the people we're looking for. Azagoth and Nakasi. And then, what's this? Tell Bellander a careful version of what befell you since you parted in Galburu. Yes, because we do not want to let him know that we found an heir of Castamere. Because we don't trust him on because the heir of Castamere believes that one of them is betrayed him and wants him dead. So we believe one of these three, maybe Koltek and Rothgod was, but maybe it's Bellander. We shall see. You tell Bellander about your adventures, but make no mention of Balakad. Yes.
Did you find your visit with the elves of the Oasis a waste of time, as I said it would be?
Koltek laughed, suddenly interrupting your response. I am only jesting. I am certain it was of great value. I understand you have brought one of them with you. How strange it must be for her to leave her grove. The world outside must be more dangerous than that to which she is accustomed.
Some of the people we spoke to described a dreadful presence lurking in the canyons ahead.
They say whatever this evil might be, it has only come to haunt the Furrow lands in the past few months. I do not want to raise my hopes or those of Hershok too high, Floricita, but I hope this evil presence is of the sort that wields weapons. There has been too much walking and not enough fighting on this journey for my taste, and that is true for Hershok as well, who feels as I do. Okay, give me one moment, gonna drink some water. Okay, let's continue on.
No one seems to know where Nakasi is gone.
He may have quarreled with Azagoth and taken her leave of him, or he may have sent her somewhere with orders to carry out. All we know for certain is that when Azagoth passed into Urash-Dar, he did so alone. Yeah, we also know that Azagoth and Nakaski are looking for, oh, I forgot the name of it. It's this liquid. They call it something fire, where it's this explosive liquid that's very dangerous. And the elf says it's what was caused the blight of the woods, because before this area was very green and everything, but back in the day, the men used this to burn down trees and everything. And so now Azagoth and Nakaski are looking for more of this stuff. Basically more of this stuff so they could use it for their own plans. But we're gonna stop them. We're on their trail and we're gonna try and stop them. Anyway, the scout with whom we spoke told us friendly folk once lived at a small village to the northwest, a short distance from here. But when last he passed that way, the town was abandoned. Enough may remain of the town that it would serve us well as a foothold from which we might explore within Urash-Dar. Will you go ahead and light the fire at this abandoned campsite? When the entirety of our group has there assembled, it will become the foundation of our activities within Urash-Dar, and from there we can more effectively search for Azagoth. Okay? Alright. Where do they want me to... Well, probably here. Okay, it's gonna be here. Alright. Wonder what that is. Tyrant's Dyke, huh? Alrighty. Alrighty. Cool. Let's go. across this bridge. Cool. Look at that. Over here. Alrighty. Are those dead orcs? Looks like dead orcs. Get this region. Alright. So I can't do this quest. Suzuka. Alrighty. So I guess we go this way. Yeah, so we either go that way. We could go that way, I guess. We need to go there. But let's see what's... Ooh. Let's see what's up in here. And I hit the wrong button. Can I get up in here? I guess not. This is a dead end. Okay, stairs going into a wall. Okay. Golly. That was a letdown. This big old thing going right into a mountain. Can't even get in there. Alright. Okay, let's go around. Turtles. More turtles. A little orky there. Alright. Oh, some things are chasing me. Oh well. Oh, more turtles. Hi, turtles. Uh-oh. 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 Ollie. Uh-oh. I go up in here. Let's go up in here. Oh my goodness. Not a whole lot of room. Not a whole lot of room. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Man, these guys are just littering the area. All right. We will make our stand here. Look at that cute little turtle run. Come on. There we go.
Nihu! It is good to see you.
Okay. I did not unlock Zaduru. Let me see. Where's Zaduru at? Maybe here? I don't know.
Nihu, it is good to see you.
Foods again. That Duro. Oh, right here. I've never gone there. Oh, I haven't. Okay. Alright, just checking it. Okay, so light the campfire, right? Alright, where do I light the campfire? Milestone. Map. Where am I at? Oh, where am I at? Right here. Alright, so campfire's that way. Oh, right here, right in front of me. Duh. Alright. Oh, and a little mailbox too. How convenient. Wait for the companion. Alright. Dr. Silichus.
I have an uneasy feeling about this place.
No, the campsite is fine. There is something wrong about the air of this place. Something is not right. I feel as if some evil slumbered within the canyons of Dar, but it has awoken, and there is something else. It is hungry.
I am sorry. The sensation is unpleasant, but there is something more.
It
It is familiar somehow.
I cannot understand it. The Kintai never dwelled among these canyons, and to my knowledge neither did the Temimir. Men and hillfolk may have fled here from other kingdoms elsewhere in Shagana, but this has always been an overlooked place. If it was ever otherwise, it is beyond my memory and beyond that of my people. But something evil dwells within Dar now. That much is certain. I cannot determine where exactly it dwells unless we search among the canyons. The Ardaki built a stone heap, Marash, from which they might oversee the approach from Imular. It should be located across the river to the west. If you scout the approach to Marash, you may learn the identity of the sleeping evil within Dar. Okay? Alrighty. Let me see. I want to go here. Oh, right here. There's Marouche right there. Okay. Here, I guess. Ooh! Darn! Ore! We need ore. Woohoo! There it is. Ah, right here. Woohoo! Let's go for a swim. Ooh, nice. Let's see if I could just do it here. All seems still within Marouche. Oh, look at the little monkeys right there. Hi, little monkeys. 2 little monkeys, alright. Creep closer and listens for sounds. Alright. You wanna go? Okay. Sound of orcish voices, not of the Ordakai, drifts from Marouche. Okay, talk to Siltrus. You can't sign it. Okay. Alrighty. I don't feel like spending 5 mithril coins, so. Guess we go this way.
You say there are orcs within Marouche? That is very unusual, for that keep was built by the Ordakai.
Without the ruling grip of the Dark Lord, I would not expect those 2 groups to work together, however unhappily. I want to go with you to investigate Marouche. I must see the situation within those walls with my own eyes, alright?
I do not wish to shame Silurtas, but do you think it is wise for her to accompany you?
Sure. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? She could go into a trance and die. But hey, I don't know. Should she grow distant at an inopportune moment, she would endanger both your life and her own. Perhaps I should go in her stead. Silurtis wears a hurt expression. When she speaks again, her voice is barely above a whisper. I believed we had an understanding, Florisita. I see now that I was deceived. Sigileth is welcome to accompany us. I will not be left behind. I want to help you investigate Marouche, and I am insulted that you think to cast me aside so readily. For what purpose do I fight against Grothrul if my allies will not permit me to aid them? Why do I resist the ailment inflicting my people? If my friends abandon me at the first sign of danger, you weave a growth around me even without sarlashi trees. The prison is made of your own words. All of my senses scream that there is evil in Urash Dar. I want to face it. Speak to me when you are ready to search for it, or I will go by myself to Marouche, and you will be the one abandoned. Ooh. Silurtis does not speak again, but it is clear she has been deeply hurt. Sigilith begins to say something, but then decides against it. The 3 of you prepare to depart for Marouche.
We must be careful. Marouche crawls with orcs.
Something drove the Ordakai, I guess that's how they pronounced it, from this place. Was it the orcs, or was it something else? We should be careful, but we must learn these answers if we can. Alright. Let's go get them! These wacky orcs. Get him! Better eat some food, I guess. My num-nums on. Those defenders were few. I hear fighting. Ooh. Alrighty.
Approaches.
I do. I'm Floresita.
Over here.
Yeah. Fear me. Fear Floresita. Ooh, let's see what's in the tent. Hello, anyone in here? Hello? Hello? No one's in here, okay. Probably going this way. Gollum, is that you? Oh, look.
We slept.
Uh-oh, who's that big boy?
We awaken.
Ooh. Who is that? Imposing creature. More than the other, you haven't. A great weight lifts from your eyelids. Holy cow! Floresita, are you alright? Right? You appeared to swoon for a moment. You responded to nothing. You asked Siglyph if she or Siltrus heard the terrible voice that spoke to you, or saw the large and fearsome orcs, and both elves shake their heads. You were dazed for only moments, Floresita. How could you? Siglyph's voice trails away to nothing, and she suddenly looks past you to the south. Someone approaches! Ooh, Mithrandir! Is Mithrandir here? Ooh.
Over here! There is no time!
It's Gandalf! Hi, Mr. Gandalf! A terrible evil sleeps in this place, Floresita, and it is more dangerous than you can face alone. We cannot stay here. Quickly now. Yes, it's more dangerous than you can shake a stick at. Oh, come on.
Go!
Come on. Where's Morash? Oh, we just gotta flee Morash. Morash is not the name of that big orc. I want to see that big orc. Go! We're fleeing. Woo. We need to flee. Okay. Yay! Gandalf has joined us.
You are fortunate I arrived at this moment, for you could not stand against these foes without my help.
That's right.
Yes, it is good to see you again, but there is no time to waste now.
Oh, come on. Can't we have a little hug and kiss? Okay, when I at last understood the danger that stirred in these lands, I came from the north in great haste with a number of companions, not knowing how best to find you. I sent them to search in different directions. You are fortunate I chose the same path on which you and the elves were bound. For if I had not found you at that moment, ... Mithrandir falls silent and taps his staff on the rocky ground. Enough of that, but we must find and return the folk I sent in search of you, for we will need them all if we are to face this threat. Seek for Legolas, Gimli, the sons of Elrond, and Glorfindel among the canyons of Orashdar. When you have returned with them, I will tell you what I know of the great evil that stirs in this land and how we must stand against it. Okay. Alrighty. Where are we at? Okay. Huh. Rush. Okay. Let me see. So we want to go. I guess we'll go that way. Then 1, 2, 3. I have to talk to more people. That okay. Uh-oh. Gotta get me first. Ooh, bunch of orcs. Ah, there's one. Glorfindel. Hold on. Alright, all these wacky...
We meet now in unhappier circumstances than a wedding at midsummer.
That's right. But still, it is good to see you. When Mithrandir called for my aid upon arriving at Minas Tirith, I could not refuse it. Never could I refuse such a call. If only the bright company could have been assembled. Alas, that noble group belongs to another age, and many of those worthies have already departed for the west. I fear even the full complement of the bright company might not be enough to face this evil. When you learn from Mithrandir what it is we must oppose, you will understand. I will see you back at the camp and off at camp after you have spoken to the others. All right. Okay. I go up there. Uh-oh. Ooh, a big old cliff. Sir, a kill. There's a couple. Ooh. Who is that? That's Devastator. Please. This Devastator guy. He was a cool looking dude. Alright. Oh, there's the two brothers. Ooh. Who is that? Sandstorm, huh? There he is. Alright. Alrighty, I'm glad you were intrigued by some frickin' rocks. Okay.
After my brother and I completed our work, we returned to Minas Tirith.
While there, we received word from Mithrandir that he had urgent need of us to face some hidden threat. A lesser would have come himself, but Mithrandir refused him. With such as we to protect him, I know not why, but the wizard was most clear that lesser should remain in Gondor and not come south with us. Alright, give me one moment. Alrighty.
Did you know Mithrandir has journeyed in these lands before now? He spoke of his travels to us.
As we came south through Harandor, when he walked here long ago, the people who dwelt in these lands named him Ikanush. He spoke too of the Kinte, the elves of the oasis who tend to beautiful groves throughout the region. You tell Elender that one of the Kinte has come with you to Urashtar. I will be most pleased to speak with her, he exclaims. Alright. So now we gotta travel way over here. Find Gimli to the northwest. Talk to Legolas and Gimli. Alright, alrighty. Let's find them. Oh, we could see if we could go here. What was that? Nashir. Let's find Nashir. Alright. Alright. I don't think I could cross those mountains, though. Let's see. Let's see if we go up that way. There we go. Here's a little horsey.
Nico!
Hey.
It is good to see you.
Hey, they're friendly. Look at that. Okay. Let's ride on through. I wonder who this is. Pretty cool. Do I not have the names on? I guess not. I did not have the names on. All right. Ooh, Vault Keeper. That's nice. Okay. Well, let's see what kind of goodies I have here. All right. Why is there a quest right here? Oh. Don't have the region. Alrighty. Uh-oh. Hey, there's a bridge there. I have to cross the river? Yes. Might as well cross there. Uh-oh. Whee! Yeah, those turtles, they do give you quite a bump. Ooh, look at that. That looks like a little building project. Wonder if there's dwarves in this region as well.
When we left you in Umbar Bahar Bale, I thought it would be much longer before we saw you again.
But no sooner than we had delivered Nimrodel to the shores of Gondor, than Mithrandir sent urgent word that he had need of us. The journeys Gimli and I plan to take must wait. After all, it is not wise to refuse a wizard's call. Yeah, looks like me and the company found trouble again. So Gandalf had to send in the cavalry.
It is good to see you again.
The merchant vessel that delivered us and the Lady Nimrodel back to Gondor benefited from full sails and the seas were calm. The voyage north was much more enjoyable than the one that bore us to Umbar by the way of the Shield Isles, with not so much as a cloud in the sky. But Gandalf had need of us, and this dwarf would not refuse him, especially not since we met up with him, and he said he would travel south on land through Harandor and not by ship again so soon. Okay? Now we gotta go back. Oh, and I did not do the milestone. That would have been nice if I did them. Oh, well, hold on. So, well, I have a milestone too. So this is what? Is like cool. Is like cool, right? I do have a milestone too. Hold on. What's this? Yeah, we'll try this one. Okay. There's a horsey. Where's the horsey? There's a horsey here. I know there's a horsey here. Hold on. There's no horsey here. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Oh, crud. Ah, 5-minute cooldown. Alright, hold on. Hold on. What's this? Alright. Darn it. Alright. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, we're gonna change that milestone. There we could have gone there. Oh, we're almost there. Alrighty. That's the name of that thing. Isla Cool, huh?
Today is a good day.
Swift travel. Ugh. Alright. Is there a milestone? Could be. Right. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Yep. All right.
The companions that came with me from the north have all returned to camp?
Good. Then it is time for me to tell you what I have learned and what must be done to face it. And everyone, sorry for the birds. They're being buttheads today. All right. Let's see. Mithrander scans the distant horizon and leans upon his staff, gathering his thoughts. When he speaks again, his voice is cold. A great evil sleeps in Urash-Dar, undisturbed for 1,000 of years. It has only now begun to awaken, for the enchantment that kept it from stirring would last until all knowledge of it passed beyond living memory. The last to know of this evil used many names, Florisita. In these lands he was called Barkush. Folk in the north knew him as Sauron. In every land he was the Dark Lord, but he served another in ages past. His master was Morgoth, the great enemy of the world. With the destruction of the One Ring and the death of Sauron, this enchantment, the Geese of Morgoth, has been lifted. Morgoth can no longer trouble the circles of the world, but this evil he set in the roots of the earth has outlived even his greatest servant. Okay. So I guess this is the Legacy of Morgoth, right? So Morgoth put some evils in here. Let me see. Let me read this again here. Okay, so basically this was an enchantment that Morgoth has placed, which... Oh no. I kept it past beyond living memory. Okay, so I'm guessing Sauron put this enchantment then? And then when Sauron died, this evil that Morgoth has put on the land is starting to be lifted, starting to come out. Okay. Something like that. So basically, Morgoth is not on this world, right? But his evil still is, or something. Okay.
In elder days, the world was greatly changed from its present form, and Morgoth coveted it all.
His fortress at Thangordrim served as the seat of his power, but his servants went forth and established the control of their master in lands far distant. One such dominion subjugated for centuries the territory that is today called Shagana, or near Harad, by the Gondorians. The tyrants of this dominion served Morgoth in all things. Their empire was called Zikar, and trustworthy accounts of it have disappeared. What remains of its history is hard to decipher, by any but the most learned among the wise. But to understand the rise of Zikar, you must learn first of the Kintai, the elves who did not join the Valar in the west. Once they knew a great deal about Zikar, but in the centuries since that empire disappeared, they have tried to forget. Okay. During the early years of the First Age, various kingdoms of men began to arise throughout Shagana. The Kinta elves gave them a wide berth, withdrawing into the emerald wood that once covered vast portions of the region. The young kingdoms of men did not miss the Kintai, but focused instead upon commerce with the Temimar dwarves they encountered. But the Kinta clans and the tribes of men shared more in common than they believed, for they were each the hated foes of Morgoth, and he wanted them destroyed. His servants reserved particular torments for the Kintai, luring them through guile and deceit into hidden caverns beneath the eastern hills, where they were subjugated to terrible discretions. These imprisoned Kintai were twisted into the progenitors of a terrible breed of orc, the like of which has not been seen since the dominion of Zikar ended. These were the elder orcs, fashioned in the pits beneath Zikar by foul craft of Morgoth. Memory of them faded over the passage of centuries, even the name that was given to them, Utugi, brought to mind only dimly remembered images. Unfamiliar and indistinct demons of the ancient world. The Utugi possessed a size, strength, and cunning that Sauron coveted but would not replicate. The orcs he bred in later years could not match those that belonged to his master, and that deficiency rankled. But the Utugi were not the worst of the evils loosed upon the world by the dominion of Zikar, though they passed beyond all living memory in the years since. These were the Tharduk, the Seer ones, and they served Morgoth in all things. The eldest of the Kintai were twisted and corrupted into these Seer ones by rites too vile to contemplate. The Tharduk rose in importance and power until they had become the deadliest rulers of Zikar. Morgoth charged them with maintaining a tyrannical hold over the lands of the east and south, breeding as many elder orcs as they could for this war. When the call came at last, orcs and wicked men departed for the north in vast numbers, swelling Morgoth's hordes in distant how do you pronounce that? Beleriand? Probably I butchered that name. Anyway. Alright. But Morgoth's might did not prevail against the combined forces of the Elves and the Valar. And when Beleriand sank beneath the sea, the Utugi, sent by the Thorduth, were drowned and forgotten. Following the defeat of their dark master, the Thorduth that remained in Zikr feared uprisings by the emboldened men of Shagana, but so too they feared the reprisal of Sauron, who they blamed in part for Morgoth's defeat. Using all of their sorcerous powers, they set a geas upon their vaults, there we go, sealing them shut and deeming that their location should never be found so long as any lived in Middle-earth who remembered them. They took what remained of their Utugi deep into their sealed vaults, and with witchcraft caused them to sleep, never again to wake while their halls remained shut. Last they did the same to themselves, lying down in the dark depths to await the hoped-for day when they could return to the living world above. And with the death of Sauron, they awoken. Okay. Interesting. The Grim Southron. Ooh. Memory of the Utugi and the Thorduk dimmed. In time, only the very eldest of the Kintai surviving in Shagana remembered these servants of Morgoth. As they began to fade in the manner of their people, these memories vanished with them. But Sauron remembered. In the ages that followed, he sent his servants to seek the hidden vaults of the Thorduth, hungering for their power and the secret of Brienne anew and the mighty Utugi. That was the dream we had in previous videos. The Nagazi searched for the Seer Ones, but they searched in vain. The Geas of Morgoth remained effective. Sauron despaired of ever locating the lost vaults and turned his attention and his cunning to other matters. Okay. There's Sauron, Forge Master. Yes. I believe now that Sauron could never break the Geas of Morgoth. For so long as he remembered the Thorduth, the enchantment of the Seer Ones could not be undone. But then, the most unlikely events transpired. Frodo Baggins accepted the quest of the ring. Sauron's ring was destroyed. Morgoth's greatest servant perished. The Thordoth passed beyond the memory of any who lived in the world, and the seal upon their hidden vaults was broken. Sauron was gone, but the Seer One servants of Morgoth, his dark master, were loosed once again upon the world. Okay?
If only I had learned this before now.
The deathly spirits of Thorinwaith knew of Sauron's rivalry with his banished master, and of his search for the unknown powers Morgoth left behind, but they were slow to reveal these things to me. From their speech and from evil runes carved into the very foundations of Mordor, I have pieced together this tale, but the learning came slowly, too slowly for Florcita. When I understood the magnitude of this threat, I returned to Minas Tirith with all of the haste the Shadowfax had to give. I sent word to our trusted allies, and our lean band harried south through Harrendur with utmost speed. We must fight, Florcita. We must fight this legacy of Morgoth, or the Seer Ones will restore the dominion of Zikar and bring about a new age of darkness in Middle-earth. Yes, we shall. Let me see here.
We will not cower before this threat, no matter how deadly the foes arrayed before us.
Have we not powerful allies of our own? Heck yeah! When I walked in this land many years ago, the folk here called me in Canush. Now I call upon my own memory of their language to name this camp Izakul, the last barrier against evil. From here, we will prepare our defense against the Thordith and the Utaki they created. It will have to be enough. Speak to our allies here at Izakul and devise a plan for Sita. All right. Accept. All right. And then you know what? I think we'll end the video there. Thank you all for watching. Next video, we will continue with chapter 13, which is called what?
Speak to our allies
Evil
here at
in the
Imzad
Canyons.
and devise a plan.
Yes, and we will do that. We will speak to our allies and devise a plan to meet the evil in the canyons. All right, if you happen to like the video, feel free to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the support. And next time, we will start chapter 13, Evil in the Canyons. All right, thank you everyone, and take care.